What up? What up? Oh, what? Oh, it has to be this way, I guess. Who's here? What's up? Are you guys self quarantine? It's hard to say quarantine. Quarantine right now. Um, yeah. Let's see how many people gather up, and we'll start doing the Corona update from Japan, live from Japan. I don't know. How you guys doing? Let me check if there's a oh, there we go. Okay, see, I have to do this again because I can't see the chat. Hi Jacob. What's up? Where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? Um, yeah, let's Corona update. How's the quarantine? Quarantine. It's really hard. In Japanese, it's called hikikomori. Um, hello. Oh, there's 9 people. Are you guys at work? Like, are you guys going into work or anything? Like, is everything shut down in America by now? Cause I know like most of the people who watch this is in America. What time is it there? Um, USA. Yeah. So I wanted to update you on the Corona situation in Japan. Honestly, like we're living like nothing is happening, really. In Japan, there's no panic. Everybody's just living like it's a normal day. Um, just got done playing disc golf in Indiana. There's a vaccine from German, but oh, damn, Trump refused to do anything about it. I know, right? From London. Hey, what's up? Wow, we got people from all over the world. See, like nowadays we have technologies. We can be quarantined, you know. We can sit at home and still have fun. No, this is the thing. Um um yeah, I think it makes sense that this is happening on this earth. That's what I wanted to say. Is because like last year we had Amazon fire. So why are we trying to have an Olympic on an island? And like island meaning that you can't come here via public transportation or anything. You have to fly in to Japan for the Olympics, which is like burning so much fuel, you know? Konnichiwa. Um, Coronavirus is in Bloomley, where I live. Okay. Yeah, I know. In Europe seems kind of crazy. Definitely. I think it's because people like physically get physical more. I don't know, like, oh, good morning, kiss, kiss, or like hugs or whatever. Like, that's what everybody says. And in Japan, you don't really touch people or kiss people or hug people here. You just bow. So there's less chance of spreading. But also at the same time, yeah, I mean, people say that we have less testing, and I'm sure that's true. But at the same time, I think just staying calm is most, important thing. And it is what it is. And I think Japan is really good at that and just like saying it is what it is because of natural disasters that we have. We can't just like panic and freak out and just, not really. Like, and it's coming from right next to us, which is Wuhan, which is only like an hour flight. But the most important thing is just like chill out. Um, but yeah, I think it makes total sense that this is happening because like we have all the technologies to watch Olympics all over the world with the broadcasting and the super high vision cameras, and you don't have to burn all the fuels and fly in to watch this Olympic. Like, even if people don't fly in, I mean, if the Olympic is still gonna happen, but still, like, yeah, if it's gonna happen, which that's what we're told to. I work at a broadcast team. But yeah, we're still like planning to do it, and we're still setting up all the cameras and equipment and everything that we need to broadcast what's happening here. And like nowadays, you don't, yeah, people don't need to do that to enjoy and watch what's happening. Like you can even watch it better at home because we have super high vision camera, and NHK is gonna do 8K vision, you know. Like you can sit at home and chill and watch and enjoy Olympics. And why is it that wrong? We're not you know, we don't have to do it the same way, I think. I mean, that's why. How's the quarantine? It's still hard to say this word. Why does it have to be that hard of a word? But yeah. I mean, yeah, for a second, our toilet paper was gone. For a second, we had. I mean, now, still, we don't have masks. But, like, mask ain't gonna do stuff. I mean, it's just what it is. It is what it is. And we have to keep living when we're living, right? And yeah, it makes complete sense to me that after we had all these fires last year, that this amount of flights and fuel burning is definitely not needed in this world nowadays. I think this is a good time to really learn about eco living. I thought Japan has super future style and no need for paper. That's a good one. For real, right? No, I mean we do. We have what it's called the washlet, whatever. It doesn't mean that we don't need toilet paper, but yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not like other countries. And you know, this is true that like when earthquake and natural disaster happens, Japanese people are the strongest people because we don't panic. We just deal with it, you know, and just say what it is. So, the coronavirus delayed the new video games like Cyberpunk 2077, Marvel Avengers Final Fantasy, James Bond No Time to Die, Marvel Studio, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. There's so many things that's delayed and that's not happening as planned, but that is how it is. It's just, I think it's good for, you know, Earth. In the end, we love the Earth. It is our planet. We love the Earth. Well, it's a good time to really just, you know, take your time. Bars, restaurant, coffee shops here are closed. Where? Oh, in where was it, James again? California. Oh, San Diego. Yes, I mean everything is closed, and that's, yeah, it makes sense. I mean it should close, right? But in the end, like world should evolve and change with this happening. It's just people should be more like Japanese people. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking about, but no, I do. I think just to face it and deal with it, and that's what it is. I know there's a lot of people, business, and it's bad for economy, but like I think it's a good time for us to learn that we don't really need all that to live and be happy, and you know, we don't need all that. We really don't. We can live without it and be fine. So it's a good lesson, and that's what I think. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna publish this because it's just a quick corona update. But yeah, Japan is banning all the people from coming in, and of course it's because of the Olympics. We're being super sensitive, and we really want the Olympics to happen in our country. We have been waiting for it. We've been preparing for it for 4 years. Of course, we want it to happen. But doesn't mean that we need all the people gathering up in this tiny ass island. Like, yeah, it's actually nice that nobody's coming over and making this country packed with trash. And it's an island, man. Like, it's not a huge land that we can just fill with trash. It's all gonna go into the ocean in the end, and it's like, you know, publish every live stream. Really? I mean, yeah. I also have this like kind of vertical. I try to do this way, but then it didn't even shift this way. So um yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this. But yeah, let's I heard this like song that came, Olympic fans, soccer fans. I know, right? Yeah, the soccer fans are definitely no, that actually, yeah. I think those sports games, they should still do it. Just don't put people in the stadium. It's as simple as that. And just broadcast it, you know? Like I'm working for, yeah, I think I just said that, but I'm working for a broadcasting team, and we have every equipment, every super high vision camera to broadcast and show that to people at home. And I think taking that away completely is not that right. Like, yeah, we should still have those games and have, entertainment on a TV instead of news telling people, oh, it's Corona this, Corona that, Trump this, Trump that. Like, instead of that, maybe we can watch sports, we can watch movies, maybe we can watch something else. Maybe they should close the Olympics because you'd bring all sorts of people into country. You bring Corona into Japan. See, I think there is a way to have Olympics without doing that, really. I think it's possible for us to host that, and why not use what we have created in the history, like, and but one thing I would say is that Japan's economy definitely is going down. Like, we need this like ticket money, whatever, whatever. But one thing I would say is that, yeah, broadcasting, like, there's gonna be so many people from all over the world trying to broadcast, like, NBC, Discovery, all those channels are coming into our office. um I would say, like, because this is happening, I think NHK, like, what if Japan is the only one who can broadcast and, like, have all the income from the ads and everything? I mean, that would support Japan, like, if the rights holder was only in Japan. Um, that would be cool, and just make it all Japan production. But yeah, I mean, we're cutting people from Europe now. And then Australia just completely banned everybody from the world. And that makes sense. Like, no more flights. I always, like, I have been saying this to many people about this idea where someday, uh, like, the flights will be limited to once a day, and it'll be like a lottery ticket to get out of your own country. It'll be, and that way people will, of course, appreciate more of these opportunities to go outside and treasure it. Also, it's, less burning fuels. Or it can be like once a month, there's gonna be a plane flying out or something. I think that's would be the future. Like, do we need to travel that much? No. We have technologies. We have created the world. We can be connected by World Wide Web. So why do we have to still keep moving around all the time? And for a luxurious purpose, and to fulfill what we want and the human needs and whatever, like vacation. Okay, but, like, do we need to? I think it'll be interesting if world can, yeah, people can only fly out, you know, of the country like once a month, and if it's limited, um, and it'll be few, echo thing to do too. But what do you think? What do you guys think? I want to hear your opinions. Um, they should make it where you have to swim or walk to other countries. Dude, Japanese people won't be able to get out of Japan, which we don't. I mean, we do. We are one of the most traveling nations because we are on the island. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who have no interest whatsoever in going outside of Japan, in Japan. And I'm sure every country have that. Like my brother, my own brother, he doesn't speak a word of English. He doesn't want to get out of Japan. He's super happy in Japan. He's completely happy not getting out of this country at all. And why not? That's super echo. Like, yeah. Um, Japanese tourists are some of the best. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I think we're better than other Asian countries. Whoa. Sorry. No, we are kind of like Japanese people are known to be kind of looking down. Like, we think we're the best all the time. After history, thousands of years of natural disaster and surviving all that and being okay with it and dealing with it and still standing really strong, you know what I mean? Um, so yeah, no, shots fired. But yeah, we are proud of ourselves and we are who we are. And yeah, it's just crazy, like, because I have so many team members that's coming from all over the world. And the place that we're working have no like evacuation system set up, which is like, to me, when I first went into work, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I felt unsafe just walking into that building. I was thinking about, okay, if this, and this is natural to Japanese people, I think. When you walk into the building, the first thing you're seeing is like, okay, if the earthquake happens right now, how am I gonna get out of here? How am I gonna, that's like one thing that I think about. And it might come from, my family going through the tsunami, and 2011 was a really big thing for me personally because it was involving my town, like my family's town up north, with tsunami and earthquake and everything. Um, but it's like, yeah, and yeah, so I went into this office, Olympic Broadcasting office, and it's like insane how people don't even think about it and just build it without thinking about it. And that's what I called out at the office. I was like, just letting you know, if anything happens, as it always do in Japan for some reason. I'm not trying to like, be happy about that or anything, but like if anything happens, nobody's surviving in this office. Like, we need to figure this out. We need to have some sort of emergency procedures. We have to have evacuation, like all that. Not about the fire, it's earthquake, it's different. And so I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Japanese people, basically. Did your town get badly damaged by tsunami? Dude, the coast was disappeared, okay? Like, it's not even like badly. Like, I went up there. Luckily, they were alive and none of my family was affected, died from it. But my auntie had to run for her life for tsunami, seeing her car being washed away behind her, and like, run to the top of the hill to survive. And like, I mean, I went up there. It's about 20,000 people dying from that one tsunami, and it's a place that I would never forget. And like, and the scene that I saw and the smell was something that stuck out to me because like you're going up there and there's no road, there's no train lines, it's just like military built this like just wooden like a panel for the cars to go through. And you don't know what's underneath there. Like it smells like dead body, everywhere you go. And there's just orphans everywhere running around. Nobody to take care of, that can take care of them. Gathering up in an elementary school, and I was doing like distributing like food and stuff and everything that's coming in from the world, like those supplies. I was a volunteer to like actually open the box and distribute them. But that elementary school that I did the distribution had a gym that was packed with dead bodies. Like it was insane. Like it was like body on top of body on top of body. Like there was no place to fit them anymore. It was that insane. And yeah, it's really, 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 really sad what happened. And yeah, I don't know why I started talking about this, but yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about evacuation in my building, but that's why like my brain works this way, and a lot of the Japanese people's brain works this way. Is like, okay, we need to have food, we need to have water stocks, we need to have, all these things just in case anything happens, and that can really affect and change the situation, really. If you have a flashlight in the house or not, this is huge. Like if you don't have a flashlight, 3 weeks, no water, no, no lights, no nothing. What do you do with that? Absolutely insane. Yes. But we are built in our genes almost. We're encrypted to think about this and be calm. Because, okay, one thing that I saw is, when you go up north and see everything, it's just completely flat land, right? And just like, I mean, fish, it's just like smell of moldy fish because basically ocean washed away and there's just a bunch of dead fish and everything there and dead bodies. It's like mixture of those smells that I remember, and it's like insane. Like you can't like get rid of it. And some of the places, if you go a little bit inland, there are a bunch of shops that got washed by, and there's still stuff inside the shop, and the window is gone, and everybody is freezing and up north. Like it snowed that day when the tsunami happened, and nothing in the store is taken or robbed, right? This is Japan. Like nothing in the store is taken. There's comforters, there's clothes, there's shit that's just like sitting there. Nobody's robbing the place and taking everything out of it. Like because we don't think about that. We don't do that. It's just like I don't know. It's just our culture. So, and I think this is why we're very kind of unique nation, unique country, that that has this like attitude or the like to life and living, because if everybody in Japan was like, for example, Americans or any Europeans, then we would probably corrupt our own country. Like we would probably like go on a war with each other and just like it would not function. With all these natural disasters, hell no. You have to be different. You have to be adopted to living this way. And yeah, that's the Corona update, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know where I'm going with this in this. But I'm trying to just explain what Japan is, and if you're curious what kind of country Japan is, I think it gives you a little bit of kind of a scope of what we are and how we are in those situations, like right now. Nothing is, everybody's just living as it is, and yeah, I feel like I'm saying the same thing every, like, many. Um, it makes you aware and more resilient collectively. Yes. Have the schools in Japan on a lockdown because of the coronavirus? Yes, there's no school whatsoever in Japan right now. So all the parents are going crazy. But okay, also in Japan, there's like awesome school meals, right? I mean, you know how awesome Japanese food is, but school food is so good in Japan, right? So then now, without school, happens, because we use like a local vegetable, like my my school had a kitchen, that cooks every morning fresh food, like with fresh vegetables that was coming in from the town. Like we have farmers in town that brings in the food, and it's amazing. Like I miss school food. That's how it is. Like in America, cafeteria food is known to be nasty. In Japan, school food is amazing. Like it's super healthy, super good. Um, but so now we have those farmers and everybody who's dedicated to making the school lunch, and now for a month we don't have that. So government started to sell those online. So now we can get school meals, leftover school meals online for a very, very cheap price, which is very nice. I thought that was a really good idea. And yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, good insights. Oh, well, thank you. I hope you think that way, and I hope I'm giving you the good insights of Japan. Oh, yo, I just noticed there's a bill on my table for the water bill, and I was supposed to pay on 3/11, and I didn't. I should definitely get on this. But yeah, 3/11, that's what I was talking about. March 11th, I would never forget that day. Um, yeah, I was in a karaoke with the girls in Tokyo after school, and I was like dancing like crazy, and I felt this shake, but we didn't. Like we were dancing so hard that we started to think that we were fainting or something. And then all of a sudden it like hit, and we're like, "Oh, this is an earthquake. Fuck. Where is it from?" Like that's the first thing we always think, is not like, "Oh my god." We think when an earthquake happens, we always think, "Where is it coming from? Where was it that started?" Because that is the most crucial information. And yeah, so we go outside and we look for TV that's on, but all the electricity is down, all the transportation is down, no train, no bus, no nothing. And all the shops have, broken glasses everywhere. And we're just like all calm, as always. We're just like, okay, this happened. All right, let's all try and find a TV so that we can find the information where it's coming from. So then we all look around in a group. We're just helping each other, are you okay? Like, where are you from? How are we gonna get home? And then we found this TV that was like, for some reason on. It was like, I think it was like a satellite TV or something like that. And it showed that it was and the first thing I still remember, I go and there's like 100, probably 200 people piled up in front of this TV just watching. And I go in, and it's my grandma's town, and I'm seeing this like tsunami, like and that was what, after like 25 minutes or something, first tsunami hit. And I'm seeing this, my town that I like, go to see my grandma, and I have my auntie, my family, and I see this tsunami take over, like, whole bunch of airplanes. Like, the whole entire airport is being washed out into inlands. And this airport is, like, not, like, in front of the ocean, right on the ocean. She works at a port. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, 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 oh my god. Okay. And the phones don't work. I don't know where my mom is. I don't know where my brother is. I have no idea if they're alive, if they're okay, if they're home. So then first thing we do is like we gather up in front of the station. Yeah, you froze. Yeah, you completely froze and you're just like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. Yeah, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I just like started to tear up. Seriously, I started crying, just like not knowingly. I'm just like crying, and so we go in front of the station, and but we're all calm. We're not screaming. We're not running around like trying to get all the food from the store. No, that's not what's happening. So we all kind of gather up in front of the station, and one guy goes, okay, everybody who's walking towards west from here, gather up, okay, and then another guy goes, okay, I'm walking towards north, everybody, like, we shouldn't be alone, we should group up and start walking, all the places, and like, I mean, hundreds of people, right, like, all the people gathering up in front of the station. We all make little groups and then we all start walking, and it's like what, how many hours? Like we had to walk 4 hours to get to my school. Like we went back to our school because we know that schools have food and we're hungry. So, and we gonna be hungry. So we go to our school and we wait there, and we like there's thousands of people at school just like calm and like trying to figure out like, well, I hope, northern Japan is okay, da da da. And then there's one phone, landline, that is connected. So then we all get into line and take our turns, everybody gets like one call, one try. It's like a jail, one call, or a military. I think they do that in a training where you do one call, and if you don't get it, next person. But I get one call and I call my mom and I get and she answers. He's like, oh yeah, I'm good. What up? Where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm at school. I got food. He's like, cool. Bro is at the soccer, and he's fine. I got to talk to his coach. By this time, it's like 8 p.m. and there's no lights all over, so there's no traffic lights, and the school to my house was about an hour drive normally, but it took my mom 6 hours to drive to the school because of the traffic. Of course, like everybody is stepping in to do the traffic and, like stop, go, stop, go. And yeah, and we just packed the car with all the people who's going west. And we started, yeah, going home. And then, yeah, me, my mom, my brother, like we couldn't go to sleep for like 3 days because we were just going through all the death list, like that comes up every day. Like, okay, it starts from 10 people died, 100 people died. Next day, 1,000 is missing. Next day, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, 15,000 missing. And it just keep going up, and all you can do is look for their names and praying that they're alive. And it's like really just, you can't sleep. I don't know, like it's just impossible. You're just like, I want, where are they? And then the government said, okay, everybody who has family up north, we're gonna have a government a bus that takes you up there. So pile up your water, food, everything you need to take it to your family, and we're gonna provide you a bus. So then we got on the bus, and go past the Fukushima. We don't care. We don't give a shit. The radiation. Okay, whatever. Like we're gonna die when we die. Um, like we gotta find our family first. So then we go up north, and we found my family was okay. My grandma, grandpa, my auntie. But like they literally had to run for their life. Go up the hill to survive from the tsunami, and like yeah, and there's people who lost, and I saw that scene where it was like end of the world will look like. It's something that I would never forget. In the middle of nowhere, like inland, upside down. There's like tankers, there's boats. there's fish everywhere, and it's like a port, so there's like a lot of fish can factories, and there was also beer factory. So all those cans like were everywhere. Cars are piling up on top of each other. The houses are upside down everywhere, just like completely smashed, and dead bodies too. Like it's just, yeah. Anyway, to survive working on a coast, seriously, because just one decision, like if she went one street off this way, she wouldn't have been alive. You know what I mean? It really is that one decision that you make in the end that is life or death, in those situations. And yeah, it was a very hard experience, but I don't know if I'm gonna publish this live, so because it's like getting kind of too, yeah, it sounds like a real horror movie. It was a horror movie. It was a horror movie that I would never forget, ever. I mean, kids. That's all I remember is just kids, bunch of kids that doesn't have parents or brothers or sisters, and have no idea what they're doing, what's happening. And then there's also parents that's just crying and sobbing because all of their family, their husband, their kids, all of their kids are dead, and they're the only one who survived. And I went to this elementary school where they misled the kids. Basically, the teachers told them to go the other way, and all the kids died. Like 80 kids in the elementary school, they all died in the tsunami. And I went to that elementary school, where all the parents are there, just like, I couldn't be there for, like, I was only there for probably like 15 minutes. I couldn't stand there anymore when I went there because of just, so yeah. Yeah. Salt Lake City, Utah just got hit with an earthquake. As you was talking, it was breaking news in the US. Right now? I didn't know Utah have earthquake. What the fuck, seriously? Yeah, is it real? Wait, what? But yeah, wait. Well, American earthquake. I have when I lived in St. Louis, there was one earthquake. It was like level 2. I can't even, most of the Japanese people can't even feel level 3. Like, just a little shake is nothing to us. Like, we're like, is it worth it waking up? Nah, it's gonna go away. That's kind of how we are. But when I lived in St. Louis, there was this earthquake that happened, and it was the first one in hundreds of years, and people panicked, and it was this little tiny shake, and everybody's like, oh, what the, how did this happen? Like, it was like the ground, it was not the house shaking, it was the ground that was shaking. And like, me and there was another girl who was from Japan, we were just like, oh my god, can you imagine them going through what we go through, like, every month, every week? you know but I mean, I hope, yeah, I hope Utah, let's check what the, I have another phone somewhere. Let's check what the size was, or if it's no joke. I mean, breaking news, Utah. I've been there, Salt Lake City. Salt Lake was beautiful, actually. It looked like a universe, almost. Talking about Salt Lake City. It would look like it looked like something from the other world, because when I went there, the whole sky was reflected onto the salt lake. Picture. It was insane and something that I've never seen, that I would never forget seeing and driving through. Utah. Let me check. Utah. Earthquake. Talk about earthquake. There was an earthquake. Yup. Oh, wow. 5.7. Largest since 1992. Really? 10 minutes ago, too. Damn. 5.7. That's actually pretty big. I'm surprised. I've been determined. It doesn't appear this was a major shaking. Yeah, it was not a major shaking. But I guess it was a little earthquake there. But I guess, yeah, that's like kind of close to the that's the Rockies. You know, the border of Utah and Arizona? I think like the southern west side. Or wait, is it? Wait, am I getting it wrong? I haven't lived in the States for a while, so now it's like, now I'm kind of forgetting about it, but... Whoa, it's a real talk. There was an earthquake. Yeah, 5.7 magnitude. Yeah, guess what I majored in the university. Can you guess what major I had? Which I didn't graduate. I didn't graduate college, but can anybody guess? Is geology. I studied geology. I know, looking at rocks. Yeah, and studying about earthquakes and trying to be expert on that and do something in Japan with the knowledge. Oh yeah, but the border that I was talking about is, yeah, Arizona and Utah. That part is so beautiful. Oh my god. Utah. Yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about Utah, but I think the nature was amazing. There's like Grand Canyon. Well, yeah, talk about national parks in the States. Man, I went to so many of them. I think landscape in America is one of the most beautiful continent, definitely. Like, that's what I loved about America, is driving through that country. And I went to 43 states in 5 years. I drove across 6 times from Wisconsin to California, all different routes. Yeah, and it was the best thing I've ever done because it's so beautiful. Yep, for sure. Have you been to Yellowstone or Death Valley? Like, yeah, if you've been to, or Yosemite is where my auntie and uncle lives. Mojave, Joshua Tree. I'm now looking at like all the national parks now. They're so awesome. Like, frick. If you're from the United States and you've never been to national parks in America, I don't know what you're doing. I'm sure everybody has been to at least one of them, but yeah, out west it's beautiful. Colorado, definitely amazing. Also, but I really like the Native American lands of the Midwest. Wisconsin is really pretty in that way, because it's all left out, left for reservation, and it's just the way it is and it was for hundreds of years, and they kept it that way. Yes, I love Wisconsin because of like how green it is, definitely. But I think, yeah, Canada, I would love to go to Canada. Now I'm like looking at Google Map and like mind traveling, which I do all the time, all the time. I just like look at map, and I just like, ooh, look at this place. Cause I'm a geology major, you know. Um, that's what I love to do. So I'm sure I have to go. My daughter is zoologist. Oh, that's one thing that I wanted to do too sometime. Um, Hello from Australia. Australia, man. Hello from New Zealand. Hi. Yeah, New Zealand has a lot of earthquakes. Seen that news before. Um, yeah, I thought New Zealand was very similar to Japan in terms of landscape and but definitely more countryside, definitely less crowded and everything. But like land wise, it's very similar. And island mentality. Um, yes, Land of the Ring, Lord of the Rings. Yes, Lord of the Rings. It's also called Ring Fire of the Pacific Ocean. Yes. Yeah, I went to the Hobbiton actually in New Zealand. That was one thing that I really wanted to do because I loved the movie so much. I was like, if I ever because at that time I was still flight attendant, and I was like, oh, I hope I get called in for New Zealand. I hope I get called in for New Zealand. And then I didn't, but I decided to take the free flight to New Zealand because I was flight attendant. And yeah, beautiful, just beautiful waterfalls and beaches, and I want to go back. I want to go back. Yes, and Australia, I really wanted to see before, like all of you know, I was planning to go there, but just before the fire, they all went on strike, and my flight got canceled, so I couldn't do the road trip that I almost rented a car for from Gold Coast all the way to like Sydney and Melbourne. That's the road trip that I was gonna do. But if I did, I probably ended up being on a fire. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't. But yeah, Australia. I cannot wait to see Australia. That's one place. Tasmania. I really want to go. I heard a lot of good things about that place. Yeah, where are all you're from, people? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. It's just a comment. Like, why not? Hey, like, hi. What years and how old were you when you lived in the States? I went to America when I was 19 because I wanted to learn English because everybody was like, "Why do you look half white and not speak English? I think you should." So then I was like, "Watch me. Go there and master English and I'll come back." So then, yeah, I went to America by myself. I went to St. Louis, and then I moved to Chicago like a month after I went to St. Louis, and then after like a month and a half after Chicago, I took the Greyhound like one-way ticket to Wisconsin, and I lived in Wisconsin for 3 years, and I went to school there, worked there, blah blah blah, and I ended up being in America for 7 years through all the Obama years though. Like after Trump got elected, not trying to be political, but like I just hated seeing my paycheck. Like after Trump got elected, the first thing I remember is like seeing my paycheck and seeing how much tax is taken out of, because at that time I'm, living in California, tax is really high. And I look at the news and he's signing the bill to build a wall in Mexico, and I'm like, is he really using my paycheck to build a wall in Mexico? I'm out of here. I'm like, hell no. I'm not gonna live here if this guy is this crazy. So, yeah, I'm an adventurer. Yes. I lived in California, like in the car. I lived in LA in the car. Um, I've done all the road trips and went to 43 states. And yeah, I love traveling. And I mean, it makes sense, right? my dad's a truck driver and he's a traveler and he was a super long hair, long beard hippie. Um, and he decided from Wisconsin, he decided to go to Japan out of nowhere. And then that's how I was born. So it kind of makes sense that I'm an adventurer. I definitely took it from my dad. I think, yeah, and he's still a truck driver all over the states all the time. So, yep. I hope that answers your question. My answer is so long. I just keep talking, talking, talking. Um, it was nice meeting you. Yes, it was nice meeting you. I don't know if I'm gonna post this because it's like hour long. People are gonna be like, "How can this chick talk to a camera?" I also have to go to sleep because I gotta work tomorrow. But tomorrow is my Friday because Japan has a national holiday. So it's a 3 day weekend here. Yep. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and talking to me and joining me and keeping me company, guys. Um, Sending you kisses and love. And yeah, if you like this video, please leave a comment and give a thumbs up and push the subscribe button if you want to see more. Yes. You haven't stopped talking since you learned English. Yes, that's what happened. Yes, that's what happened. Alright. Kisses. I'll see you in another video. Take care. Cool chick, thank you. Thank you, the score. How do I end this? Oh, there we go.